Alright, this is going to be our first repair video on our 22-foot Pathfinder. It's a 2001, so it has a few things that need to be repaired. So today we're going to be attempt to replace that drain plug with this new one. Okay, we are going to attempt to remove this old one, which is probably original. And the screws broke off. We have no idea what is going to be behind here. Very nasty. It's very corroded. Now I just have to get all of the old sealant off of there. That is pretty gross. There's all kind of stuff down here. Jeez, that thing's never been cleaned out. Okay. Whew. Man, that was hard. Okay, so we have this one screw that broke off, so we are going to attempt to pull it out with the vice grips. If that doesn't work, I'll have to cut it off. And get it out. So what I really have to do now is scrape all of the old sealant off of the boat, so I have a clean surface to put my own sealant on. Now I'm going to test fit this new drain plug, and it has the keeper in there so that you don't lose the plug. And it does not look like it's going to fit without some modification. So this hole is slightly smaller than the flange that needs to go in there. So I'm gonna have to make this a little bit bigger. This tool right here works great for things like that. clean up the hole a little bit. And now I'm ready to do final cleanup on the outside of this and drill my pilot holes, because I will not be using, I'm not going to reuse these holes. I'm going to do all new holes, and then I will add my sealant and put it in there, let it cure. Okay, so I'm about to clean this area with some acetone. You definitely want to use gloves, and I am wearing a mask, even though this is a particulate mask and not a vapor mask. And just like with any chemical, you want to do this in a well ventilated area. I'll clean up any particulates in there so that my sealant has something good to adhere to. You definitely don't want to have a drain plug that leaks. Okay, the next step is going to be to line this up with the holes where I want them to be. I'm going to put the old holes opposite of where, in the middle of, so the old hole is right about there. That way all three new holes will be in places where they have plenty of new fiberglass to grip. So then at that point I'm going to take Sharpie, I'm going to mark where the new holes will be. I'm going to take that out, and this is a 1/8 drill bit. That one's going to be a little bit of an angle. Okay, so since I don't want the fiberglass to crack, I'm going to make these pilot holes, which is gonna make my job a lot easier. Okay, I have my 3M 4200 mixed into or squirted into a syringe so that I can be a little more precise with what I'm doing. there is I'm gonna fill all of these. Fill in all these right here. And I'm filling some extra down here. And over here. Fill all of that in. It'll make a good bed of it. There. And I want to squish out the sides. Just like that. Alright, now I'm ready to put the screws in there. What I took out were 1.25 inch, number 8s. But I'm going back with 1 inch because the thickness of the fiberglass doesn't really need 1.25 inch. And plus Lowe's didn't have it. I'm going to get all 3 of them in and then tighten them down. And now the only thing left to do is to clean up around there and make a nice bead all the way around. Nobody needs to do that. Alright, I just need to let that cure and then I will do some detail work and clean up the excess mess around there. But my drain plug works just fine, and there is a little bit of 4200 on that, which on this piece that pulls out, which I also will clean up with some acetone. And I'm gonna leave it loose like that so that it doesn't get stuck. Okay, this is the final product. I let the the 4200 harden just a little bit, and then I took a rag with acetone and just wiped it off to a clean finish. Everything is sealed all the way around everywhere, and just gotta let 4200 cure and everything's good to go, and it'll be seaworthy.